The people need to see what I see. They need to see.
These are the spiritual as much as physical voyages of the co-federation solar, sun, our starship, planet Earth, restored to heaven on our and every earth as our spiritual, genealogical, local, global, universal voyager and shared her and his family community enterprise. Our new millennial year's mission to rediscover and re-understand, sustain, and explore are and all are in fact familiar new worlds of family community, of the tree of love, life, and light throughout the solar system and universe, to restore, renew, and sustain our and new life and new sustainable civilizations, past, present, retroactively, and now, rebalance, and future, always balancing, to lovingly, genealogically, and boldly become and be space-time travelers whenever and where we have interdimensional reality, all in part been before, if also never been before, in alternative space timelines that are circles, which are of the universal EQ, IQ, and SQ continuum. Balance, combinations of the ever-expanding circle which spirals and grows, budding and blooming in space-time. Love and live enlightened, ever young, long, and prosper all both in each and every one. Engage your heart, mind, soul, and body, for we all, both in each, and each both in all, can, must, and marvelously and miraculously make it so.
In the thunderous blast, she merges, her eyes on fire, the mighty priestess. She is risen from the nativity of Kandara. She is risen from the fires of the earth. She is risen, she is risen.
We are risen.
She is risen. She is risen.
We are risen.
We all are risen.
महालक्ष्मी मृडप्रिया महारूपा महापूज्या महापातकनाशिनी महामाया महासत्व महाशक्ति महारथी महाभोग महेश्वर्या महावीर्या महाबला महाबुद्धि महासिद्धि महायोगेश्वरेश्वरी महातंत्र महामंत्र महायंत्र महासना महायागक्रमाराध्या ओम महाभैरवपूजिता महेश्वर महाकल्पक महातांडव साक्षिणी महाकामेशमहिषी महात्रिपुरसुन्दरी चतुष्षष्टि उपचाराढ्या चतुष्षष्टि कलामयी महाचतुष्षष्टि कोटि योगिनी गणसेविका
Celestial event. No. Not once. Not once. Describe. I should have said. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. The people need to see what I've seen. They need to see.
This day I call the heavens and the earths as witnesses intercessorily for and hopefully and prayerfully not against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose love and life with light, so that you and your children may live. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not your, our new millennial law.
Okay, I've got a good tradition. Maybe name sunflowers for purity and blackness. This is Anna Marie singing Christmas, and I am Cherokee, Cheyenne, Blackfoot, and Anahuac, Dakota. And I am also a French, English, and German. That means we are all related. We embrace the new millennial golden rule as the law of Alltimate of the sacred ground that is Mother Earth and all the planets of all the universes.
Welcome to our daily broadcasts, and we also have some in the Starry Hours of the family community of love, life, and light of the Co-Federation of Earth and Planets of the New Millennial Golden Rule. We have with us a little bit of a friend here, another Kazina of another species. She just jumped up. She'll come back. Dawny Aurora Feliz. She knows that sometimes dawn comes a little bit late when people have been put to sleep by their media. And so we are making these broadcasts on intercessorily for all the people of planet Earth, and particularly my own dearest and genealogically connected family that I know of, and all of us, because we are all related genealogically and culturally, and in terms of our nascent and wanting to become risen, apotheotic goddess and God within us. I will repeat this a number of times during the broadcast. I just like to start it out, and then I'm going to make some outreach calls, and I'm going to do the broadcast rather quickly on this first iteration today because we got a late start, but we've resolved the problem that caused the issue. So the light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers and water, hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers and water, hugs and love for all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. Okay, we're going to put you on mute, and you're going to watching us making some. Why are we spending so much time making calls? And after today, we're also going to call people who are slightly more distant family in your view, because family is where you start to make the peace of the world. Family is the most important institution with regard to passing on human bonding, ethical behavior, and love of both the female and the male genders that make up every family, both the so-called nuclear family and, just as importantly, the cousines and cousins, the aunts and the uncles, the sisters of the mothers, and right now, most importantly, the cousines, the Shekinah. The Shekinah, the Shekinah, the Shekinah are the most important people right now, and they are betraying and have been betraying their younger women and young men. Because in North America, the women in this culture are deluding themselves that they have feminism. They do not. They have patriarchy wrapped up in a costume of feminism, pervaded to them by media and co-opted organizations that deliberately went along with a lie, long past its viable time on this planet, and is destroying everyone now. So we have to wake up the women, and we have to wake up and bring their youth, female and male, and make them the co-leaders of our family, community, and our divine democracy government, which we have already set up at 5050now.wordpress.com. You can read the New Millennial Golden Rule at the top of the page there. Look further down for the sermons. We all have a dream sermon made to include genderism, the world's oldest prejudice and most widespread prejudice, as well as racial issues, and class and other forms of unnecessary hierarchy and subordination within the human family, and also among the representatives, you, and you, and you'll see the names of my genealogical and all your genealogical family represented from women on every continent and their youth, female and male, age 37 and younger. We're putting you on mute so we can make a couple of quick calls.
going to be heard. I'm saying the names of Ray and Clara and Ezhera Harriet and all of their Shekinah and sisters, past, present, and future, and all of their youth, female and male, age 37 and younger, and that, of course, I'm continuing to say Precious Antoinette and Risen Rose and Marie of Loving Kindness and Flow, and Grandma Popper, Better Than Mary Poppins, and Dorothy, learning all the lessons of the Wizard of Oz. I have already called some other women and families, mothers and daughters, and I am now calling our line. There are 2 daughters associated with this line and a mother, but now I'm going to put it on mute. Baby girl, right there within her face, maybe on the middle of her forehead, in those pictures, because that baby girl is very much there and deserves healing. And Vanessa and Hana Luz have been paying the price of Julianne Marie's stubborn defensiveness, and it has been, of course, the media, the moguls, the boardrooms are full of men who love to prey on people like Julianne Marie. They've got a whole minion of them, and they're betraying the whole planet. These old guys have you figured out. Don't you think they know that they're preying on you? They do know. They know. And so if you let that happen, you betray your own youth and your next generations. So that cannot be allowed. So we're going to do some fancy footwork with our graphics. I am going to be leaving messages, of course, individually for you as soon as possible. Our younger generations don't deserve this kind of unfairness. You've had enough. You women of North America have had enough given to you that you cannot be such spoiled little princess brats. You're harming women all over the world. You're harming the entire world of Mother Nature. Enough is enough. Now we very much continue to want to heal the inner holy baby girl and honor her. She is as holy as I am and just as much. But she hasn't been acting like it. So we have to do this. And Georgine, same thing. I'm going to make a mock-up of Georgine, even though I don't have a picture of her. I'm going to get a Jewish grandmother and show it as Georgine until I get a picture of Georgine. And I'm going to say pretty soon who these women are who can't be bothered to be good neighbors to one another and can't be bothered to know that they have Shekinah and sisters whose lives and futures and young people, lives and futures are hanging in the wind because they can't say a loving hug and can't move to being responsible human beings. I have called some of the mothers of the daughters and given them also stern messages because this is enough. They have the same message being given to them. Their faces are going to be mixtures of the people they're betraying. I hope you understand this. I love you, but you need a lesson to be learned now, because this planet is at stake and it's too full of blessings and beauty for you to let it go like this. And you also are destroying your own soul and karma. I will not allow that. I will do everything possible to use the carrot and the stick to bring my family together, to work together with love. And I'll say also the names of the men of our family. I don't know if I have this on mute or not. Oh, no, I don't. names of our great and grandmothers as Hera Hera, Rhea Ray, Clara Ra, Antoinette, Precious Antoinette, Risen Rose, and Marie of Loving Kindness, and Grandma Popper, Better Than Mary Poppins, and Dorothy, learning all the lessons of the Wizard of Oz. And also the men of our family, who I must whisper. I'm going to take it. I'm not even going to say them online until you come. We have with us, the light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers and water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. And you can see Doña Aurora Feliz there, right in the light. She's attending, and Mario Rainbow Sweetheart is also right here. Doña Aurora Feliz and Mario Rainbow Sweetheart. Say hi and hugs to Heather and Jan. Jam and Heather. I'm putting on mute again. The butterflies, the birdies, and the bees, and all the people of our local, global, and universal neighborhoods. You have a right
greeting, press 1. Please speak after the tone. Press pound when finished.
Okay, you can see I'm leaving this greeting. We have with us the lights are on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers and water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. Let's see, Donnie Ra is here with us. Donnie Ra Feliz. Hugs and love to all, both, and each and everyone as soon as possible. Hugs and love to everyone, all, both, and each as soon as possible. I am also saying the names of our great and grandmothers. No, let me just say, let me put it on mute. Tell the names of our great and grandmothers. Tara Harriet, Rhea Ray, Clara Ra, Risen Rose, Precious Antoinette, and Maria Flowing Kindness, and Grandma Popper Better Than Dorothy, Mary Poppins, and Dorothy, learning all the messages, the lessons of the Wizard of Oz. I've already called Dorothy's other great and grandchild too, in the last day or two, or maybe even yesterday. I do that every day. I'm making the circle all around the time. And I also give the names of our men of our family. Now I'm putting it on mute because, again, this culture is so overbalanced in the wrong direction that you're going to have to watch this to hear me say the names. Okay, we've started our ceremony, but we're going to continue it in about an hour or two. I'll just show you all of what we include, and so that we know that it is included in this iteration of the ceremony too. The milk of human kindness, I drink for all, both, and each and every one. The water of loving living planets, enlightened by the new millennial golden rule. All our birthdays, conception days, our birthdays and conception days, past, present, and future. Our spring ones and autumnal ones. The spring's coming first. I show these pictures. These people need to come step forward already. Right now, these are bigger. Right now, she's a little smaller. Have to wake up. Wake up now. And of course, these. And I'll just flash this. We'll do a more full service because I'm running behind. So catch up. I know you're all here. Okay? Got it? And we'll do the rest of the ceremony in the next broadcast. See you in a little bit.